Hello and welcome to episode 4 of the Road to Champions League Glory with Bishops Stortford. Welcome back. Last time you were with us, we drew 2-2 with Bath. It was an okay result, I wasn't too fussed. Since then, we have kept up our unbeaten run. After the Bath game, we played Gosport, beat them 3-0, quite a comfortable result. Gordon on the score sheet in the first half, Wilson got one in the second, and then late on John Noble picked up a little goal off the bench. Quite happy with that, nice clean sheet. Siddle played reasonably well. We then had a 2-0 victory against Wealdstone. Jake Simpson and Wilson getting on the score sheet. 2-0, quite a comfortable score again. Not too many yellow cards, which is always a good sign. Quite an okay attendance. This was a game that was played on the Monday, 2 days after the Gosport game. So the fitness wasn't amazing, but we stuck at it and beat them 2-0. After that, we played Hemel Hempstead, and we came out with a 4-1 victory. 1-1 just going into half time, and then Callum Harris pulled one out of the bag to take us 2-1 into half time. And Jake Simpson and Lewis Wilson extended our lead to 4-1. Nice victory. Hannah didn't come out with a serious injury, which was quite beneficial. Then we came up against Concord, who gave us a good battle, to be fair. We had a 1-1 draw. Goal scored pretty quickly into the game. Not much happened after those two goals were scored. We stuck at it, got a 1-1 draw. Quite happy to keep the unbeaten run going and to pick up another point. We then came up against Margate, and this game was a bit of a tricky one, to be fair. Just before it, Lee Sayers had come up to me asking me to play more first team football, and I said to him at the time there was players in his position that were playing better, but he felt he could do a better job. So I said I'd give him a chance in the next game. Well, that kind of backfired on me, and it's kind of backfired on him. He picked up 2 yellow cards within 35 minutes, got himself sent off, put us in a bit of a dangerous position because we were at home. We want to make sure Woodside Park is a bit of a fortress. And he put us in a position where we were still in a position where we could have lost. Fortunately for him, we have Jake Simpson up front. He banged the goal in just before half time. Then Callum Harris got himself sent off. 2 yellow cards again. I think this was overcompensation because we had one less midfielder, and we'd moved the attacking forward down into the centre mid position to take over Lee's position. More fouls were being committed. Callum picked up 2 yellow cards pretty quickly, which was unfortunate. Then they scored an equaliser, 1-1. We held out. Considering we're down to 9 men, we held it out. Since then, Lee's not played, and I don't think he's going to play for a long time. He annoyed me slightly because he asked for more game time and that he was better than the players that were already in his position. But he proved me right in not picking him previously. But I made the mistake of giving him a bit of game time. But we live and learn. After that, we came up against Ebbsfleet. Ebbsfleet, at the beginning of the season, are predicted to finish first, and we came out with a 2-0 victory. This was a solid performance by the team. We played pretty well. We got Jake, who had a good average rating, a good rating and a goal. Gordon, goal. The defence played pretty well as well. I was quite happy. And we came out with a solid victory to keep us first in the league. Then we had our first cup match of the season, and this was against Leiston. And it was a 2-0 victory, but unfortunately I had quite a few yellow cards, which not my greatest. I'm not the greatest of fans for it. We had a nice attendance. We had 900 fans turn up for the second qualifying round, which is always beneficial, gives us a bit of money in the bank. And we picked up, I think it was £4,000 for winning the game. Jonathan Pierre White had his first game for the club. came off the bench and scored the second goal just to kind of secure the victory. Simon Hanna picked up a goal in the first half. He's impressed me this season. He's playing pretty well. 709 so far. The only thing I want him to do a little bit more of is get a few more assists. So we look back at those games. I know previously I said clean sheets aren't the be all and end all, but we've kept 4 clean sheets in the last 7 games, and actually we've only conceded 3 goals. I'm a massive fan of that. Considering we conceded 4 goals in our second game, I know we won the game, but we did concede 4. We've now gone 7 games and only conceded 3, which is only going to help our goal difference. And if we do a quick little look at the table, we can see that we've got a goal difference of 20 already after only 11 games. So we're still unbeaten. We've scored 30 and only let in 10 altogether, 4 of them been against Welling. I'm happy we're on track to secure a top. I'd say I realistically, playoffs are the minimum. Automatic promotion would be pretty nice to pick up our first trophy and promotion within a combination. If I look at the preview, we're predicted to finish 4th. We've got a decent squad. We're playing well. We've already got a 3-point lead. We've got, out of the playoffs, we've got a 7-point lead on Chelmsford, which after this amount of time is pretty impressive. Johnny Hurd, our captain, 7.89 so far. He's doing really well. Hall Johnson, our right back, is banging in the assists. And I'm happy to see that if I go onto our squad and go on to my view, we can see the goals are actually being spread out throughout the team, which is always good at this level. You can never over rely on one player, because if they do get injured, then your team suffers. But we have been spreading them out quite nicely. We've got Wilson on 9, Simpson on 7, Gordon on 5, Hannah's got 2, Noble's picked up 2, Johnny Hurd's already picked up 2. He's our penalty taker as well, so that helps a little bit. Callum Harris 1, Hall Johnson's already picked up 1 as well. And again, with the assists as well, okay, we've got Hall Johnson, we've got Callum, and we've got Gordon playing pretty well. Johnny's coming in from the left-hand side and throwing a few crosses in, which is always beneficial. I'm hoping to use Jonathan Pierre-Jones a little bit more in the next few games. He signed, but when he did sign, his fitness wasn't great. He was on trial for a month, but he didn't pick up his fitness brilliantly. So he's been playing in the reserves for the last few games. He's picked up he's getting his match sharpness back up, which is always good. So he's going to be coming off the bench a little bit instead of John Noble. So we go into today's game, and we are playing East Thurrock away from home. If we have a little look at the team, we've got Fraser Siddle in goal, Hall Johnson at right back, Hickford in the centre back position. Notable news for him is that he's just signed a new contract until 2018. So 2-year contract for Hickford. Everyone else is on a 1-year contract, including myself. Because at the beginning of the season, when I was trying to sign players, I could only sign them on 1-year contracts. Now that I'm out of that transfer window, the club have now allowed me to offer contracts that last until 2018. So hopefully during the season, we will try and sign a few more players on those longer contracts. The ones we want to keep, and we definitely know we want to keep. Some of them are going to have to prove their worth. Osborne next to him, Johnny Hurd in the left back position. Then we've got Tom Molyneux, who's coming back from an injury. Last time he was with us in the Bath game, he picked up a groin injury. He hasn't played since. So this is his first game back. Simon Hanna next to him. On the right, you've got Gordon, Harris in the centre attacking mid, Lewis on the left wing, and Jake Simpson up front. On the bench, we've got Tom Lovelock, Aaron Green, Remy Mears, Jonathan Pierre-Jones, and Zach Fagan. Another one to say that we've put on a new contract is Gordon. Okay, he's signed a new contract in 2018. He's on £400 a week. That is a vast amount of money for this club and this league, in my opinion. But I would say he's worth it at the moment. He can make a difference. He's got potential to be a right winger in the national. I can see him being at the club for another 2 years, 3 years possibly. He's got quite good stats for this level. He's got his dribbling, he's got his flair, he's got natural fitness and pace. His passing's okay, his crossing is getting better, and I am training him to be an inside forward on the left. He's alright on the right. So we go into this game, still unbeaten in the league. Let's hope this live com doesn't ruin that. But let's see how we get on, okay? So, as you can see, they are 22nd in the league, but it's away from home. Always tricky to play away from home. So, we'll go into the game, full well knowing that another victory will obviously push us on that promotion chase. We are in our home kit, the blue and white kit. Give Yuan spoken to him a little bit. I'll have a little prep talk after, and we're going into the game. As you can see, their formation is 4-4-1-1. Looks a little bit defensive, not much up top. So we'll see how it goes. Hall Johnson's in, Simpson's in, back of the net. Nice quick start. 2 minutes on the clock, and we've already bagged our first goal of the game. Again, it's Hall Johnson who has got the assist. Johnny Hurd started it off, and Simpson puts it in the back of the net. It's a very good start to the game. 2 minutes in. We can only hope that it gets a little bit better, and then we can pick up a few more goals. The season's aims for me, realistically, are playoffs. Yes, promotion would be ideal in our first season in this managerial position, but I think playoffs will be good enough. Hull Johnson's just given away a penalty, so we've just gone down one end and done a great assist, then penalty. So we save it. Ooh, Siddle saves it. So Hall Johnson is going to be buying him a pint after this game, I feel. Johnny Hurd's picked up a yellow card. Not the worst thing that can happen after half an hour, but just got to keep an eye on it. As you can see in that last FA Cup game, we picked up a fair few yellow cards, and we've had 2 red cards already this season in the Margate game. We don't want to keep picking up red cards because suspensions come into play, and that means we then, yes, we will have to rotate during the season, but we've got a first team, and I'm quite happy with the first team. I've got a few boys that are on the edge that just need to do a little bit more just to get into that first team. That centre mid position with Hannah, I think that's set. I think Tom Molyneux's got his work cut out to keep there. We've got a few boys that are wanting that position. They've had a fair few shots compared to us. They've had an extra shot. I know they're at home. Simpson's in. Good save by their keeper, which I'm not even going to try to pronounce. Johnny Hurd with the corner kick. Molyneux. It's cleared. We'll have a throw in from the left hand side. Wilson's cutting in. Molyneux from the edge of the box. Can't really do much. Hannah's picking it up. It's going to go to the right by the looks of it. Hall Johnson. Okay, he goes back. I'm hoping this is going to be a highlight for a goal, because we've been on for a while now, and they've given away a penalty. And is it going to be a second yellow card? No, it's not going to be a second yellow card for Carrick. Johnny Hurd's picked the ball up. Hopefully captain can put it in the back of the net. No, that's 2 penalty saves in this game, one at either end. It'd have been nice for us to put that away, because that would have kind of given us a bit of a comfort zone. We're going to need to look at possibly doing a few substitutions just to kind of freshen it up a little bit and hopefully secure this victory, because we've had a fair few chances now. As you can see, we've had 5 half chances and 3 clear cut. So we're going to do a few subs. So we'll bring on Remy for Tom, and I think we're going to give We'll give Jones a go up front. Jonathan's kind of, like I said before, coming back into the team, so let's give him a chance. Simpson's playing well, but he can come off. So time's flown by a little bit there. We're on 75 minutes. Got 15 minutes left. They've gone 4-3-3, which is very attacking right now. We're still on the counter. Time has flown by. Unless they get a late chance, I can only see this as being as a victory for us. Gordon's picked the ball up, mate. There we go, 1-0 victory. That last 20 minutes since we did the substitutions flew by. Fraser Siddle picks up the man of the match. And that kind of ends that. We still stay unbeaten. We still keep the clean. We kept another clean sheet. Still at top of the league. That leaves us in a very good position. The next game we're going to be playing is against Tamworth in the FA Cup third qualifying round. And I think that's where we're going to leave it today. Okay, we will come back, and I think we'll be coming back for the Western Supermare game. So that means since between now and then, should give us enough chance to see how this form carries on, and then we'll play the Western Supermare game and see where we go. Because I would like the next live comms after that to be the Chelmsford doubleheader. They're a local rival. It's the Christmas and New Year's doubleheader. Always good fun to kind of do, and it'll be interesting because currently they're sat 9th in the league. But as you saw at the beginning of the season, they had a very good start to the season, and they've scored quite a few goals already. Let's have a little look. They started the season very, very well. 5-0, 4-2, 3-0. Since then, they've lost a few games, not done brilliantly. But we can give them a good little game. As theirs. I need to go on to ours. As you can see, they are one of our rivals as they're local. Another rival of ours is Braintree, who are in the National League, so hopefully we'll be meeting them soon. And St Albans. Harlow are a local league team. I don't think we'll be playing this season, but we might have a little look at their team. So I'll send Chris to go and have a look at their team, see if there's any decent players. They can come and play for me instead. So we are going to leave it there. Thanks for pressing play, and I will see you soon.